Hello everyone, this is the Renegade Master, here with my first vocal countdown. It's given that once you start playing the game, time tends to fly by, but then there are those games. The ones that cause time to dilate, and once you have the strength to pull yourself away from the screen, several hours have passed in the small time you would have spent. And this countdown is devoted to the 5 games that fit into that category. The usual rules apply, only one per franchise, only games that I played, and this is all my opinion, so take it with a grain of salt. With all that said, this is the top 5 time-killing video games. Dead Rising 2, off the record, is probably one of the best games to play just to kill hundreds of zombies with silly and impractical weapons. The only thing that kills the fun is the time limit that's always there throughout the whole game. If only there was a mode that allows you to play endlessly. Well, shit. This is awesome. Dead Rising has an obnoxious paradox, where it has an awesome setting making you want to explore it, but a massive time limit over the whole game. But with sandbox mode, it's possible to run around, level up, find all the goofy weapons and clothing, and without any consequences, and kill hundreds of zombies to your heart's content. And that is one hell of a fun time to be had. Okay, never let it be said that I don't give all games, hardcore or casual, a chance. Ignore King and their acquisition of such obscure words like candy. CCS is in all honesty a very competently designed puzzle game. What looks like a simple Bejeweled clone turns out to be a well-made game with charming visuals and enough variety to keep me playing for 30 minutes in place of the few minutes I would have given to this game. I think this is due in part to the randomly generated pieces, so no 2 rounds of this game feels the same, so hitting that retry button is always justified, and having actual level design helps to keep a good amount of variety between each level. Now if you'll excuse me, I'm just gonna uninstall this game from my phone so I can go back to being productive. Fire Emblem Awakening is an anomaly that I just can't explain. Things like grinding and killing random enemies, something that I would find boring in most games, is fun and exciting here. I guess it's fun to grind because Awakening has an intuitive system for leveling up characters, making it a breeze where it would be a pain in the ass in other RPGs. And for some reason, the mere act of leveling up is immensely satisfying. So satisfying in fact that it's become really hard to continue with the story missions whenever I boot up the game, because I keep finding all these enemies to kill on the map and characters that need to be leveled up. I don't know how you did this, Intelligent Systems, but I like it. Finally, that batch of aliens are dead. Now let's get back to base with all these resources. Alright, let's see if I can allocate my resources here, and... ah crap, another group of aliens are attacking. Well, just one more round, then I'll stop playing. That is what I end up saying every time I decide to play this addiction in the form of a video game. And every single time I just go one more round. Managing your base and stopping the alien attacks is the name of the game, and it can be really addicting, especially when you're working on to make that one weapon or section of the base to prepare for the next larger threat. Not to mention the fact that the game is very much replayable due to the random number generator and whether it's on my side or just of inevitably planning my death. So with all that time I wasted playing XCOM, I award thee the 2nd place on my list. Number 1 on this list goes to 2 games from the same series, Fallout 3 and Fallout New Vegas. Fallout 3 and New Vegas were 2 games that I picked up around in 2013. I played for a few hours and then rage quit after getting killed by a couple giant crabs. However, I gave it another shot sometime later and something clicked into place, and now once I start playing, these games start to become the best time sink ever. Time flies by as I drink in the atmosphere by exploring the ruins of Washington DC and the Mojave Wasteland, as I kill enemies, gather loot, and participate in many side quests. When I stop playing, it seems like hours have passed since I just started, which makes sense. When you're having this much fun, time does tend to fly by. So for all the time that I unintentionally killed while playing these games, I award Fallout 3 and New Vegas the number 1 spot on this list. This is the Renegade Master, signing out.